welcome to this week's Throwdown Thursday. I'm Tate Griffin, joined by Jake the Machine Davis, and we have a huge show tonight. Cisco versus Reggie Collins. These guys have had many battles in a war, and they're going to go at it one more time.
Possibly the most charted rivalry that the Elite Pro Wrestling Alliance has ever seen. I can't wait to see these guys lock horns again. These guys know each other so well. It's going to be a chess match.
We have Hunter Price coming in. He made his debut only a few weeks ago. The kid has all the heart in the world, but he stepped in the ring against Dr. Douglas Crane's newest acquisition from North Korea, Gi Pak Choi.
It's a true David and Goliath match. I mean, he's so explosive, Hunter, so explosive, but Choi, a mountain of a man. I don't know how he's going to be able to top him.
Then Big Andrew Stevens, fresh off his victory with his cousin Tremor Stevens last week, is stepping in the ring one-on-one with co-holder of the Elite Pro Tag Team Championship, the Steel City Sex Pistols, Shane Malice.
And this is going to be a great opportunity to kind of set some things in stone, like, hey, if I can beat you one-on-one, Shane Malice, the next step, Tag Team Championships.
And then we have Dallas Riggs, the other side of the Tag Team Champions, stepping in the ring against former Hybrid Champion, Anthony Athens.
Dallas Riggs, the anomaly of the Elite Pro Wrestling Alliance, against, again, one of the most decorated men ever in Elite Pro Wrestling Alliance. These two men, this is going to be a great matchup because Dallas just keeps on impressing.
And in our main event, Jason Raditz steps in the ring for his shot at the Elite Pro Wrestling Alliance Hybrid Championship against Dr. Douglas Crane's ISP Israel Sharif Fakour.
Two absolute talents at the top of the mountain of the Elite Pro Wrestling Alliance. ISP, practically untouchable. And Jason Raditz, we all know about Jason Raditz's history. He's gone through everybody that's ever come down the pike, including me. The fact is, these two men are going after that Hybrid Championship, and this is going to be one heck of a main event at Throwdown Thursday.
Absolutely, and it all starts right now.
You won't believe what happens next.
All right, Cisco and Reggie Collins, before the match, they had a few things to say.
Cisco, for the umpteenth time, we enter inside the squared circle together. And once again, the Regulution is going to come out on top.
Reggie Collins, you keep sticking your nose and your thumb in Cisco's business. Well, this time he's going to break it off for good.
Tonight, the Regulution faces its sizzling demolition.
Reggie Collins is confident as Cisco and Crane are angry. And it gets started right away, Jake.
Hard lock up there. Cisco works him back to the corner. These guys know each other inside and out. These guys have such a rivalry that spans over the last several years.
There we are, right there it is.
Cisco started off as the aggressor and then backed out of the ring, now jawing with some ringside fans.
So many, as you mentioned, so many matches between them. Not only at Elite, but up and down the East Coast, these guys have wrestled all over the place. It's a feud that doesn't know a particular area or even a particular league.
And always proves to be competitive. Nice head scissor there from Reggie Collins. As we said, I mean, the competitive nature of both of these guys and knowing each other so well, I mean, it reminds you of like an NFL game. It doesn't matter if a guy's got a lot of momentum. It doesn't matter if, they're on a bit of a drought. Like when these two are in the ring together, it becomes an even playing field regardless of what their runs have been.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
Cisco slowing the pace down now after Reggie working at head scissors. Circling. Now Reggie took the center of the ring to start off, and there you go, another hard lockup between the two. Nice single leg there. Cisco caught off guard with that single leg takedown.
Oh, he's got them both. Looking at the crowd here.
And this, as I know from experience, and you probably do too, this is one of the most vulnerable situations because you can't just yank your foot out when somebody's got a hold of your feet like that. And it's like, what do you do? It's so hard to block anything from there.
Yeah, you're kind of at the mercy of whatever that guy wants to do, and sometimes it just wants to make you look silly.
And as you saw there, Cisco didn't even reach for a rope because sometimes when you look up to see where the rope is to reach for it, that's when you leave yourself the most vulnerable. Reggie not exactly known as a cheap shot artist, so I mean he had control, but ends up with a headlock out of the exchange, and now Cisco slips out into a waist lock. Reggie with a nice go behind there. Once again, you see a lot of reversals out of these moves. Beautiful, almost judo throw there. Arm drag takedown and an arm drag from Reggie.
Nice hip toss there.
Oh, Reggie went for that body slam, almost lost it and saved it. Nice standing drop or leg drop there, excuse me. Oh, and he almost caught Cisco sleeping.
The ever-present Dr. Crane barking orders and yelling insults, not only to the men in the ring, to Reggie in the ring, but also to the fans next door. Oh, look at Crane there.
Dr. Crane blatantly, I mean, from that vantage point, I don't know if the referee could see Crane grabbing it, or maybe he was assuming that's what happened, but I mean, it was as blatant as anything from our vantage point. The referee on the other side of Reggie there, and now Cisco choking Reggie there on the far side.
And you know, if Crane and his infamy as much as I do, that's probably not the 10th worst thing he did that day.
Cisco now pulling on the arms of Reggie, wrapped around there with that foot right in the solar plexus there. And a big right hand.
That's the thing about Cisco, is in addition to being just, you know, an amazing wrestler and such a talented performer, he's also a genuinely mean person.
Yeah.
And sometimes that's enough to tip the scales.
Absolutely. But as we said that, Reggie ducks a chop and returns one of his own. A knife Red's chop, as he likes to call it. And boy, it sounded like a shotgun. Oh, and there's another one. It's like a firing squad out there tonight. Nice little short snapmare there into a pinning combination, lateral press. He hooked that inside leg. Sometimes that can throw you off whenever a guy goes, because generally speaking, universally guys will grab that far leg to hold him down. When you grab that inside leg, it's like you have to think about which shoulder to get up, because it's a different momentum there.
Yeah, Cisco just hung Reggie right across the top rope there on his neck, and he's definitely feeling that. Choking him out, and making sure that's not what's happening.
So he's got that chin lock. It looks like he's kind of wrapped around that. No, he definitely does have a chin lock now. The referee's right there to see it. Forearm looked like a crossface there. Oh, and Reggie sits out with a jawbreaker. Reggie's got to get back to his feet now. He's got that distance. Cisco stumbling back into that far corner. Well, that caught him right under the chin, too. You can see it still has an effect. Oh, Cisco may have played a little possum there, brought that foot up there.
A hallmark of this feud, too, it's just back and forth. You think one guy's got the upper hand, and before you know it, it's the exact opposite. Reggie barely kicking out there.
Both men are so well scouted by the other. Even when they start adding new moves into the repertoires or taking them away, these guys, do their homework. Sits down almost camel clutch style there. He's got both arms hooked now over the legs. Deep squat there. Really bowing that back. You can see that torque that Cisco's got on him. Referee right there.
And I've said it before, never underestimate all the talking, all the verbal abuse that's coming from both Cisco and Crane when you're in such a vulnerable position.
Reggie, smart, able to get those arms off the knees there to take that torque away. We still got that. Oh, and Reggie slid right out the back door.
What's he got there? His feet are on his shoulders and he's pulling his arms.
Definitely looked like he was trying to pop those shoulders out. Had the arms fully extended there.
Hey, sometimes you find yourself, oh my goodness.
Looked like the Cisco's heel from that super kick.
Yeah.
On a nice running elbow there.
This might be it.
Reggie in the seated position there had no way to try to roll with that shot.
Inexplicably, he kicked out. Reggie fighting back, and Cisco cutting him off at every point here.
On another big right hand, and that dropped Reggie.
I think Reggie's still feeling some of the effects of that kick, that crescent kick he got.
A very smart move there by Reggie, though. I mean, it may have been instinctive, but as he kicked out, he threw that right leg up and kicked him right in the back, and you can see it had a little bit of effect there on Cisco, just enough to buy him a little time to get back to his feet.
He's fighting back. A couple shots to the gut there.
Oh, beautiful reversal there. He went for like a head scissors. Big boot.
Big boot to the face of his own. Clothesline. Reggie Collins rallying back.
A pair of solid clotheslines from Reggie. Oh, and a jumping Harley Race knee. Cisco's reeling now. He went for that head scissors in the corner and started a sequence of moves here. Reggie hits a splash there in the corner.
Almost took him out of the ring.
Big knee lift. Reggie's got a lot of momentum going here. Gets Cisco up on the shoulders. Oh, and there's that beautiful spike that we've seen from Reggie in recent weeks.
The I Reg allegiance to the mat.
Is that a real name, or is that something you just made up? Because it may stick. That sounds like one of those you throw to the wall and it's definitely going to stick. Cisco now in a world of hurt. Crane quick to get around to that side of the ring and be shouting instructions.
Reggie going for
Going for that fisherman.
Yeah, the Regplex as he likes to call it. Oh,
Big face plant with a sit out. Hooks that leg. He got him. He got him. That's 3.
Cisco got him.
Gave him that shot, cut him right off. Reggie just got caught. I mean, sometimes that just happens. Sometimes it's not your night. Cisco walking out the victor.
All right, Jake, we got a heck of a match here. Big Andrew Stevens stepping in here with one half of the tag team champions, the Steel City Sex Pistols, Shane Malice.
Andrew Stevens has kind of had a kink in the road here to decide which path he wants to take in his career, and has decided to break away from the Crane family. And now he's got a tall task right out of the gate here. His first singles match since parting ways with Dr. Crane against Shane Malice.
And fresh off of a successful victory last week with his cousin, Albert Tremor Stevens.
Absolutely, and you could see we're looking right over the shoulder of Dallas Riggs at ringside. As usual, if you see one, you see the other. Tag team champions here at Elite Pro Wrestling Alliance. Shane Malice with the big lockup. Obviously the experience advantage here, but the size is definitely going to Stevens. And quickly gets muscled back into that corner.
Which Stevens didn't really move, did he?
Yeah, I was going to say, I don't know. I mean, Shane's a smart man, and he's been around a long time and has a lot of experience, but I don't know if that was the smartest move, trying to shove a mountain of a man like Andrew Stevens.
There's the experience, though, of Shane. You know, he gets shoved down. He didn't emotionally pop back up, and he took a moment. He's like, okay, wait a second here. Maybe I should reevaluate this.
And as intelligent of a strategist as Shane Malice is, I mean, it's a feeling out process, but I mean, there's something to be said about building the confidence of your opponent whenever they may be overconfident in what they can do.
That's a great point.
I mean, because there's no other realistic reason why Shane would just come out and shoving Stevens around.
Yeah.
We got here, Malice going for a certain angle of...
He was pushed into the corner.
Oh! Big face plant. Face first on the mat.
I've seen guys get pushed to the corner, but never all the way up to the top turnbuckle.
Absolutely. And I mean, that may have instinctively been a way for Malice to keep himself from being pressed back first into that turnbuckle and not being able to get out. But, boy, he put himself in a precarious position. He looks more frustrated than hurt, but there's no way face planting from 5 feet in the air felt good.
Oh, my goodness.
That size advantage coming into play once again with a big, almost Vader bomb. Big forearm there from Stevens. Now Malice getting a little dose of reality here. Double hand chop.
As you alluded to at the beginning of the show, I'm wondering, Andrew Stevens, he'd have to be crazy not to be at least thinking tag team title shot in the future.
Absolutely. I mean, it's definitely a sight you want to set. Malice quick to get out of the way of that splash. Stevens took it. Kind of registered for a second, but Malice quick to roll outside and get a breather. On the near side here now, telling Dallas, step back. Dallas had a lot of words of encouragement there. Shane's just not ready to hear it. Sometimes when you're getting kind of embarrassed early on in a match, the last thing you need is somebody telling you what you should be doing.
Especially when that somebody is Dallas Riggs.
Stevens patiently waiting now. I mean, I don't know if this is necessarily the best route, because the longer that Malice has to try to come up with an alternative game plan, the more trouble you're going to be in. I mean, Stevens at this point, I feel he should be going after him.
Instructing Dallas to have a seat in the front row.
Malice now slowly coming back in again, jawing with the referee, telling him to back him up.
Dallas already back up.
And Dallas seems to me like a stir-crazy kind of guy, and I don't think he's going to sit still very long. He is in the front. Oh, and Stevens comes up, kicks that rope as Shane was coming across it now.
Oh, my goodness. Tell you what, just because the fans are cheering. Oh, my goodness.
Big boot to the side of the head there.
Just because the fans are cheering for Andrew Stevens doesn't mean that he didn't keep a couple of the tricks in his bag from the Dr. Crane time.
Absolutely. And Stevens has been aggressive since day one. Oh, dragon screw leg whip on the apron. And you could see how Stevens turned to catch himself as he went down and almost hyperextended that knee on the middle rope there.
Oh, my goodness. That looked brutal.
Definitely turned the tide of this match. Malice shouting something else to Dallas there. Dallas is never at a loss for words. Sometimes I don't know if he's even realizes he's talking. Oh, Stevens with a big downward open hand chop there.
Seems to be recovering fairly well. It could have been a lot worse. It looked a lot worse maybe than it was.
It absolutely did. I mean, there was some hyperextension on that knee as he turned and went down onto that middle rope. But he's back up now. Malice breaking away, trying to get a little distance here. Stevens having a conversation with the ref there. Dallas once again coming out of his seat. On a big inverted atomic drop. Heaves him up on the shoulders with no problem. Oh, big Samoan drop. This could be it. We've seen Stevens win by that before. This could be it if he capitalizes.
All right, going for the pin. Real close to the ropes. That definitely reveals some of the inexperience of Andrew Stevens.
Yeah, that ring presence is something that obviously you need the experience. You need that ring time to be able to capture it and understand where you are and the best angles to keep people away from those ropes. Big clothesline in the corner. Oh, and he follows in with a big splash, an avalanche splash in the corner there. And Malice has taken the brunt of this match so far.
He's just launching him, too. Look at the velocity with which he's hitting that corner. Oh!
And again, you can only take so much of that before you're going to have to call it quits on Malice's end. Going for a third one, big Irish whip again. Malice one step ahead that time. And finally getting a little distance here. That's the second time we've seen Malice roll to the outside after taking a big shot just to try to get that distance and get a breather. Dallas still chanting for Malice again. Malice is not as receptive as you'd think. It's a very implosive combination between Malice and Dallas. And Malice went for him. Stevens reverses it, now takes his head off the canvas there. Referee giving the count as these two guys are going at it right here in the laps of the fans. Stevens going to body slam him. Oh, Malice comes down. Oh, takes Stevens' head right off that post.
It doesn't matter how big you are. You take your head to the post there. Oh, Dallas.
That referee's still counting.
And Shane Malice looks like he won by count out. I'd like to see a different vantage, but I'm not sure that Dallas didn't have something to do with keeping Stevens from getting back in the ring in time.
He definitely made his way over to that side of the ring.
All right, Jake, I've been looking forward to this match. You have young Hunter Price stepping in the ring with Dr. Crane's latest acquisition from North Korea, the 6'6" Yi-Pak Choi.
A huge mountain of a man. Hunter Price quick to throw these drop kicks, coming at him full force. I mean, he's doing everything you can to start a match the right way. Oh, Choi just turned him inside out with a clothesline. And just as quick as he got started, he got shut down.
All the credit in the world for coming out like a house of fire, but
And that's the only real game plan you can try a stick and move, but if you don't get anything before he gets a hold of you, he come out, got a few shots in, but very quickly. Unfortunately, the sticking was working, the moving not so much, and now just these north-south elbows across the chest.
some of the starch definitely taken out of Hunter Price.
Yeah, you can tell he's definitely for the worse for wear, and a double downward chop there just broke him down to the ground. You can hear Choi giving the fans the business. We can't really make it out, but Dr. Crane on the floor apparently is translating for the fans in attendance here at the Elite Pro Arena.
I mean, Crane is a doctor.
Very educated man, self-proclaimed educated man, and Choi now picks him up with the slightest of ease. Oh, big. Just dropped out of the sky body slam.
Deepak Choi almost celebrating before it's time to celebrate. I'll tell you what, hats off, though, to Hunter. He's still, all the heart in the world, still just trying to climb up and fight.
Trying to fight from underneath. Throws a big right hand there. And that may have infuriated Choi more. Oh, big right hand punch. And he's out. This has got to be it.
He's dead weight at that point.
Oh, no. He's unconscious here.
I got him in a torture rack. I'll tell you what, enough pain, that'll wake you up.
The referee's got to stop it.
Yeah.
I was going to say, if he doesn't submit himself, the referee's got to step in and stop it.
I think that's what happened there, Jake. I think the ref might have realized he was...
This is arguably one of the most dominant performances we've ever seen on Throwdown Thursday.
Yeah. Dr. Crane looks jubilant.
And we have to get somebody out here to check on Price.
All right, Jake, Dallas Riggs and Anthony Athens, they had some things to say.
Last week, Dallas Riggs interfered in my match against Shane Malice, and tonight, you get your comeuppance. Dallas Riggs, you will count the lights.
Gladiators like Anthony Athens fight with swords, but the fact is, the pen is mightier than the sword, and a little known fact, Dallas Riggs is mightier than the pen, baby.
Dallas Riggs, remarkably confident.
Yes.
It's unbelievable. Athens quickly wanting this match after last week with Dallas Riggs' interference.
Dallas Riggs, I think he calls that the cower.
Athens always showing up in tip-top shape. Dallas Riggs always showing up.
Is it possible to have too much confidence for your own good?
I don't know. I mean, there's huge disadvantage on Dallas Riggs' part in that lockup. Probably not the best way to go about it. Thing about Dallas Riggs, I mean, does he have more guts than brains? I mean, he shows heart every time he steps in the ring. He's willing to just step in the fire and then wonder why he's being burned.
And it's at the same time, he is a tag team champion.
And has been for the last few months here at Elite Pro. Waist lock now on Athens. Athens almost like, what's this? Very quickly. Oh, I thought he was taking a headlock, but no, he just literally shoot him off of him.
I've never seen that before.
Riggs now outside the ring trying to reevaluate his situation. The ringside fans giving him the business.
Shane Malice, conspicuous by his absence. Usually he's out here accompanying Dallas to avoid just such situations.
And there's that heart we were talking about, but big body slam.
Athens let him think about it for a while before he felt it.
Once again.
It's a smart thing to do.
Absolutely, and as we saw earlier, with Shane Malice getting some distance, taking a breather, Dallas very quick to do the same. Dallas very quick to argue with the fans whenever they start giving the business in the back. I mean, he's got to be thinking, well, what's my approach now?
What am I doing here?
He really is racking his brain out there.
Literally. Athens, for his part,
I don't know if he was going to break the count there to buy himself some more time or if he tripped and fell into the ring. Either one could have happened with Dallas Riggs. Now, Athens giving chase. Oh. Dallas thought maybe get him chasing him, throw him off balance, and get an angle on him if he got the back of the ring. And, of course, Athens quickly caught up and beat him to the punch.
I think Athens is enjoying himself. I think he's decided to just take his time, resigned himself to just having a good experience beating up Dallas.
Big forearm in the corner there. And Athens, the moment he came back through the curtain last week against Shane Malice when Dallas got involved, he said, I want Dallas next week. That was the first thing he said coming back through the curtain. Dallas now drops down, drapes that left arm across the top rope. Comes in with a forearm to the shoulder. That one looked like he may have caught the jaw there. Oh, Dallas. Fully expected for the Irish whip, but the much larger, stronger Athens with a reversal.
What?
Nice athleticism there now.
Dallas under the legs.
Flying shoulder tackle. He may have done some damage to himself, but definitely hit that injured arm there. Dallas now mounting an offense. Couple of arm ringers now. Is he going up? He's going up for. We've seen him go for old school before. He's draped on that top. Is he coming off?
Oh.
Athens gives the rope a shake, and Dallas in a very, very precarious position now.
I'm not sure that this move. I think it doesn't work more than it works. Dallas.
I think he likes the thought of that move, and he's gone for it several times we've seen, and very rarely executed.
Well, it works out because I think Athens enjoys the thought of him writhing in pain on the mat.
Dallas now on the. Oh, and the referee got too close there.
I think unwittingly there, I don't think it was on purpose from either man, but yeah, the referee got hit by Dallas's boot.
Definitely some accidental contact there. The referee just got too close. Oh! There's that big bicycle kick.
I think that'd be it.
The referee's hurt, but Athens yelling, trying to get the...
Shane Malice is in the ring.
Malice is just coming to the ring. Oh!
My goodness.
Caught him right behind the ear with that knee. The referee's still shaking his head here. No!
Oh my gosh.
Package pile driver. Malice now putting Dallas in this. This can't happen. The referee shaking the cobwebs out. He sees the cover. Oh my God! Dallas, with the help of Malice, has just defeated Anthony Athens.
The biggest upset since they won the tag team championship with Dallas pinning Jason Raddatz. That's unbelievable.
Unbelievable.
Shane mocking Athens.
I don't even know if Dallas is conscious at this point.
All right, Jake, it's been a great show, and here we are in our main event. ISP defending the Hybrid Championship against Jason Raddatz.
Jason Raddatz, the first official Hybrid champion. Once the Hybrid Championship, once the Elite Pro Cruiserweight Champion morphed into the Hybrid title, Raddatz was the first one to acquire that belt.
Dr. Crane ever present around ringside. We've had a little too much Dr. Crane this week. Any Dr. Crane's too much, but it's been a lot this week.
Well, and every time Dr. Crane comes through the curtain, it's a payday. It doesn't matter, like each time he comes out, I mean, obviously, financially, fiscally, he's looking at how he can line his own pockets. So if he can get himself and his men on the show 3 times, he's getting paid 3 times while each one of those men are getting paid once. So him getting a pay ratio above everyone else on the card seems like Dr. Crane through and through.
And I suspect his percentage of each of their paydays is less than fair.
And it also ups the percentage of the win purse as well. Raddatz and ISP. When ISP has been on such a tear since returning to the Elite Pro Wrestling Alliance and almost immediately acquiring that Hybrid Championship. Jason Raddatz, definitely one of the most decorated performers. Have literally had every championship there is to have here at Elite Pro.
An amazing wrestler. I seem to remember a match you had with him where the whole ring got torn apart by the time it was said and done.
he has definitely set the bar across the board in every type of match, every time. I mean, he's had some unbelievable historic matches here at Elite Pro. And he just continues to evolve and get better. I mean, every time you see him, he's in better shape. He seems to be quicker. He seems to be faster, lighter on his feet. Such a technical wizard whenever it comes to, you know, the bell-to-bell mat wrestling. It's like, generally speaking, you look at Jason Radich, you think, oh, he's a power guy. But then when, you know, he's getting on the mat, chain wrestling, whether it's, you know, on the mat or whether it's standing, I mean, the holds and reversals that he has in his repertoire is unbelievable. ISP quick with an elbow there. Goes for that whip. There's that power in the reversal. Radich gets him up on the short. Oh, and ISP quick. Oh, Radich caught him mid leapfrog. Oh, and the catapult slingshot into the corner.
Oh, took that harder than most.
ISP right into that top turnbuckle pad and a big knife edge chop.
Beautiful drop kick by Raditz there.
Raditz so technical, no waste of motion whatsoever. And it's funny, it's a nice contrast because ISP is so unorthodox, but Raditz, it's like he wrote the textbook on how to do these moves properly.
Yeah.
Raditz notoriously the head trainer at the Elite Pro Wrestling Alliance Training Center as well. I mean, you know, he's in the ring all the time, training on top of all these matches that he's getting, the reps in the ring. He'd love nothing better to walk back into training this week with that hybrid championship over his shoulder. Oh, and a big elbow. ISP reeling down on the ground now. He's got to get back to his feet. ISP has while he has an unorthodox, you know, repertoire and moveset, he also has an uncanny ability to absorb punishment.
Yeah.
Big shoulder tackle. Ends up on the apron. Oh, and a big clothesline. Almost a short arm clothesline there from the apron.
Oh, Dr. Crane tried to grab a hold of Jason Raditz's boot there and took a kick for his trouble, but ultimately what he wanted to have happen happened.
Created distraction. We saw something similar from him earlier in the night whenever he went to get involved to cause a distraction for his man.
These guys are outside the ring right in front of the fans.
Oh, that lower back going right into the oh, and again into the apron.
ISP broke the count, comes right back out.
Oh, and a belly to back on the hardest part of the ring, right out there on that ring apron, on the outside of the ropes. I mean, it's rock hard there. It feels like laying on the concrete.
That's smart too with ISP, just in the sense that it gave him a minute to kind of regroup. You know, do something that's quick and brutal that buys you a little bit of time to kind of pull things together for yourself.
Absolutely, and quickly, as soon as he got the upper hand, through Raditz goes into the ring, he goes around to Dr. Crane just to get a little bit of words of advice on his way back in. It appears he zeroed in on that lower back too. I mean, it really doesn't matter how strong and powerful a guy is. You take his lower back out, and he is definitely minimized in what he's able to do. Beautiful leg lariat there. Dr. Crane hobbling around outside the ring once again. Dr. Crane, his voice in the background of that laugh has been like the soundtrack of this evening's event. I mean, he's just constant.
I noticed that his limp has a direct ratio to how well his man's doing in the ring.
Yeah.
Seems like when he's winning, it almost like he doesn't have a problem at all.
There's times where like he'll set the cane down and walk away from it, and then all of a sudden it's like, oh no, I need this again.
When his man's down, he's just like a decrepit old troll under a bridge.
Beautiful snap mare there. Oh, an ISP flipping through. Right into a running senton there.
A beautiful and devastating move.
Raditz down now. You can see ISP stalking his prey. Flat-footed stomp there to the back. And another one.
Disgusting, Dr. Crane.
ISP now going around to the different limbs. He just stomped the ankle. And the other one. Almost reminds you of the old the Garvin stomp, so to speak. Went to the hand that time.
It's interesting, too. ISP's the only guy in Elite Pro that wrestles barefoot. I mean, he just feeds back into that unorthodox nature.
And that's quick to fire back at ISP right to the eyes. Referee now admonishing ISP about getting in the eyes. Oh, the drop kick to the knee. Raddat's lower back already took a beating, and now he goes to that knee. Systematically taking Raddat's out here. Big elbow drop as well. Oh, and the way that ISP can get so much velocity by getting his entire body into those elbow drops. The explosiveness. The interesting thing about ISP whenever he's on offense, especially when he has the man down on the mat, is the fact that he has bursts of explosive offense.
Absolutely.
He doesn't overuse his energy in between. And so you can see he's methodically stalking his prey, and then whenever he lands something, it's full force every time.
Nice suplex. And it comes with absolutely zero emotion, which I think is such a great attribute to have. If you can wrestle and you can fight and not let your emotions get involved.
Yeah, he almost has dead eyes. It's an amazing, I don't know, the lack of emotion is so eerie when you see it. It reminds you of Fedor Emelianenko in Pride in Japan. It doesn't matter if he's landing shots, if he's taking shots. Like, there's zero emotion on his face. Referee right in there now. The camel clutch applied here from ISP. We saw that from Cisco earlier. I'm wondering if there's certain moves that Dr. Crane is instilling in his men that says these are the most effective moves. You need to go after them.
Jason Raddatz is back to his feet now with the hybrid champion on his back. Runs him back into the corner.
Beautiful escape there. Just absolute muscles him back into the corner. And that had to take its toll on that lower back that was already softened up earlier on.
Well, if you underestimate the strength of Jason Raddatz, I mean, you're going to pay the price. The fact that the guy can go from being put in such a position of like a camel clutch and get to his feet and get out of it, it's very impressive. Oh.
Draped him down over the top rope there. ISP a little slow to capitalize here. I think he may have hit the back of his head on that top turnbuckle pad whenever Raddatz plowed him back into that corner. Both these men just taking a beating here.
Is he gonna suplex him under the crowd
It
here?
certainly looks like he's gonna try. Raddatz grabbing that top rope, swinging the legs. Oh, big knife edge chop. He nearly sent ISP back into that crowd. What do we have here? Oh, I've seen this before. He's gonna try to suplex him back into the ring. Oh! Superplex style from the center rope.
Oh, that was textbook. That was amazing. Now, if he can capitalize, he might be able to get the pin off of that. I mean, it was one step away from being a superplex. I mean, he's off the second rope.
Absolutely. I mean, that middle rope superplex is quite nearly as impactful as from the top. But from the middle of the rope, you get so much more spring. As you can see, ISP nearly clearing all the way to the other side of the ring.
Yeah.
Oh, and there it is again. ISP with an explosive move. Grabbed two handfuls of the singlet of Raddatz. Just heaving him into that corner. Knew his ring positioning perfectly.
ISP going to the top. What a main event we have this week.
Absolutely. ISP not known for his aerial tactics off the top rope, but he's going up with ease. Oh, and Raddatz out of the way.
A rare ascension to the top rope, and it did not pan out for the hybrid champion.
That would have most definitely had to have been it if he'd have landed that. Raddatz luckily had enough in the tank to get out of the way there. Absolute crash and burn from ISP. Dr. Crane's livid on the floor. Big clothesline. And another one. ISP one step ahead, ducks that line. Oh, beautiful belly-to-belly suplex. This could be it here.
This might be it.
The referee's so close to that 3 count. He was slightly out of position. If he would have been on that side, he may have had him. Radats now dragging ISP into position. Series of reversals here. Oh, there's that one-legged enziguri. That leaping enziguri that Radats is so known for. Dr. Crane now distracting Radats on a big double axe handle off the top. Or off that middle rope. ISP heaving Radats up to the shoulders. Oh, swings him around into a cutter, almost an F5 cutter.
That was devastating.
Radats is down.
Yeah.
2.
Look at Dr. Crane over there.
The referee motioned for the bell, but it looked like Dr. Crane, from our vantage point, it looked like he may have had that cane involved.
I think it looked like he was holding down Radats' leg there, maybe preventing it from a kick out.
It was on that far side, but the moment that the referee reacted, it appeared that Dr. Crane had the cane wrapped around the ankle and called for...
They've done, yes. Yeah, ISP has been disqualified due to Dr. Crane.
Jason Radats is your victor by DQ. What a crazy way to end tonight's action. Dr. Crane getting involved, costing his man ISP the matchup. Unbelievable.
Is always there, as we saw in Dallas tonight.
Yeah.
But the fact is that I think Andrew Stevens has an argument now, because that was a dominant performance there against Shane Malice. Now, while it wasn't completely one-sided, he definitely has an argument to say, hey, Malice, I took you to the tool shed, and now it's time for me and my partner to get a shot at those tag straps. I think that's a very possible scenario.
Speaking of Dallas, whoa, what an upset victory. Perhaps the biggest upset in the history of Throwdown Thursday.
And by far the biggest of his career, of his young career. And now Dallas, while I'm sure he's going to have a lot to say about it, I'm sure Shane loves the fact that he got to be a part of that and take a little credit, because it seems to be their dynamic.
I think he loves it at least as much as Anthony Athens hates it.
And I would imagine that we're probably going to hear a lot from all parties involved in the near weeks.
Yep, next week we'll be right back here for Throwdown Thursday. The matches will be announced soon. We do have a huge announcement coming up that is going to change the face of Elite Pro Wrestling Alliance forever. I can't overstate it. Be here next week.
You don't want to miss it.